Hey, what's the crack? Long time no video. Today I just thought I would talk about Sogang. So I'm doing a full-time Korean language course, which is a total of 200 hours for 2.5 months, which is like one semester for Sogang. Korean has 6 levels to it, so level 1 to level 6. Level 4 is kind of fluent, level 5 is like really fluent, level 6 is like business, academic fluent, I think. I did the test. I was hoping to be level 2. I actually got level 1 placement, and I was a bit disappointed because I thought level 1 is like beginner, and I had self-study for 2 years. So I was like, Christ, am I going to be learning like Hangul and everything from scratch? It's kind of a waste of time and a waste of money, but I got put in a class with loads of other people who have self-study before. Actually, we completely skipped Hangul and just went straight into like grammar and vocab, which was pretty good. I self-studied Korean. We've already caught up to what I learned, what I taught myself in 2 years in like 5 weeks. So we move really fast. And so I study at Sogang University, which specializes in conversation. So there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of conversation practice for real world use. We actually get to practice a lot of conversation in class and get used to being spoken to in Korean, and also making mistakes in Korean and not being embarrassed about it, which is pretty good. And kind of getting your speaking and listening speed up, which is also really important, I think. I'm doing the most intensive language course. It's Monday to Friday. It starts from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock. There's 4 classes. Writing class first, 9 o'clock, and then it's 2 hours of speaking class, and then 1 hour of listening and reading class, which we end up just writing and talking for, because we're level 1, we don't really read that good so far. And at first it was like pretty exhausting speaking for 2 hours straight. So after 4 hours of class, we're studying like 2 hours a day, 6 hours learning. It's quite a lot. Quite exhausting. Last week and this week we just had our midterms, even though we'd only been studying for a month. Level 1 is nothing to really be worried about, especially midterms. I think midterms is just kind of practice for the final ones. So how my exam went, the interview kind of fazed me. Like, me and my partner for the dialogue, we wrote scripts for the dialogue. We just memorized them and then we just knocked them out. But for the one-on-one interview, it was pretty hard. Like, I was okay. Teacher asked me why I came to Korea, how long do I plan to be on Korea, why I want to learn Korean in the first place, what did I do before I came to Korea. And then she knew I did Taekwondo, so she asked me about that, and I said, Taekwondo in Korea is pretty awesome. Like, I used to do Taekwondo in Ireland, but they do North Korean Taekwondo, which isn't fun, but I really like South Korean Taekwondo. And then she asked me, like, oh really? She's like, what's the difference, like all in Korean obviously, like what's the difference between North Korean Taekwondo and South Korean Taekwondo? Which is kind of a complicated question, and we definitely didn't cover the vocabulary to explain it fully. So I just sat there like humming and hawing like, North Korean Taekwondo isn't fun and South Korean is fun. And she's like, okay, whatever, cool. But I don't know, she was real nice about it. I haven't got my grades back yet, but I'm hoping she'll be nice about it. So everybody here just studies like in coffee shops and stuff. Literally yesterday, me and my friend went to about 5 coffee shops and they were all full. Couldn't find a seat because everyone just goes there to study. I went to a coffee shop earlier this week, and there was an American guy and there was a Korean guy in a suit, and they were having like a Korean lesson. The guy's just like has questions, writes the vocab down, writes the answers that the Korean guy gives him, and just carries on like, okay, so how do I say this? Alright, and then when I'm on the bus, how do I do this? And then what does the bus driver say this then? And then like, how do I say, I want to, blah blah blah. There's no like foundation and building on a foundation. It's just like random questions, and it was just not good. Like, the guy didn't have a curriculum at all. And then I kind of realized, geez, when I was self-studying, I did like language exchange and stuff as well, and I used to do the same thing. And being at Sogang, where there is a set curriculum, it's just such a difference. I've met other people like in level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, and I can see the difference of their Korean is like, it's progressing like really fast and really well, and they can quite easily talk with the Korean Taekwondo team that don't speak English. The class is performed completely in Korean. They understand everything, and I'm kind of there like, don't understand anything. The thing is, You can become fluent in Korean by self-studying, but you have to be really kind of aware of how to learn the language. But a place like Sogang, like just paying the money to do the proper language course with the proper curriculum, you know, all you have to do is come and show up and do what they tell you to do. And if you do that for long enough, you'll be fluent and you don't have to worry about anything else. Whereas when I was self-studying, I was worrying a lot, like, am I learning the right things? Is this a good book? What should I be studying? What are my mistakes I wasn't even aware of? Why are people not understanding this thing that I'm repeating from this book? Like, you know, all this stuff. That's everything that I can think to say, but if there's anything more that you want to know, just write a question in the comments box and I'll probably answer it. Won't promise. Alright, that's it. That's enough. That's enough information for you. I never know how to finish these.